Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestler Weekly Presents. It is episode 12. I'm your host, Scottie Richardson. I am ready to roll. I've got the clean-shaven head. I've got the new glasses. I've got the trim beard. We are ready to roll today on episode 12, 1985. And before I get started and get moving and shaking, I got a guest for you today, and we've got all kinds of things happening today. Bobby Norton's got his snacks ready. It's Wednesday, 9 o'clock, so why wouldn't he? Yesterday, first, before we get into today, yesterday we had and celebrated 1 year of Wrestler Weekly. Can you believe it? On my dad's 71st birthday, shout out to my father, 71 years young, Dale Richardson. 1 year ago, started out, Wrestler Weekly was born. And man, what a year it's been. Thank you for following us, supporting us, being a fan of what we are presenting and putting out there. And, but the bottom line is we are reliving our childhood memories. It's that simple. I was a kid that grew up in Mid-Atlantic, moved to Florida Championship Wrestling, moved back to Raleigh in 1987. And so that would have been right around the Turner deal, the WCW kind of moving in. Obviously, WWE had been going, strong at that point. But without the magazines, my childhood would be different. And so I just thank you to Bill Apter. Thank you to George Napolitano. Thank you to those that photographed and wrote stories that have shaped my and your childhood. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. And thank you yesterday. We really got it going. The hashtag HotMag, trying to get that thing trending, and everybody was getting involved and was putting out magazines. And that just shows love and support to us, and we thank you for doing that. I'd like to give a shout out to Tommy Wildfire Rich in the Tommy Wildfire Rich School of Wrestling. If you have a dream to be a professional wrestler, if you have a dream to stand in front of that mic, to stand in the ring and call out your opponent, if you have that dream to jump off the top rope and drop an elbow and get the 1, 2, 3, then you know what? You need to contact me at srichardson@wrestlerweekly.com. Again, that is srichardson, RICHARDSON @wrestlerweekly.com. You can also message me at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and get more information. Love to get you hooked up with Tommy Wildfire Rich, with Manny Fernandez. Next Saturday, October 28th, we have here in Myrtle Beach, Manny Fernandez, Homicide, Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Everybody's here for the big event, the first event. Are you going to be here? What was that? Oh, you are. Okay. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'll be there. So come down and check us out. Fright Night, Fight Night, Halloween, October 28th. Before Halloween, we're going to give candy. We got candy for the kids, ringside seats, $20. So come on in, check us out. And we have meet and greet. You can meet the wrestling stars. But if your dream is to actually be in the event, come down. Let us train you and get you out there for the next event here in Myrtle Beach at 568 George Bishop Parkway in Myrtle Beach at the X Gym Sports Mall. Now, without further ado, it's Hot Mag time. That's the first mag of Wrestler Weekly Presents, and we are ready to roll. Here we go. We've got the first mag. It is July of 1985, signed in ink pen. Sergeant Slaughter signed the mag, taking on Ric Flair. Now remember, Sergeant Slaughter was the United States champion in 1981 and then two-time champion. He won it again in 1982 in the Mid-Atlantic Championship area. And so Sergeant Slaughter going up for the world title, which meant if you know your history in this situation, Slaughter's the heel, Flair's the baby face, so a little bit of a different twist there. As we know, Ric Flair's the dirtiest player in the game, and here he is against a dominant heel back in the day, Sergeant Slaughter. And so, remember, he had Don Kernodle and Private Nelson. Remember those guys in the Mid-Atlantic area. So, big mag to start off with, July of 1985. Sergeant Slaughter, Ric Flair, little Mr. T action in the top corner there. But the rest of this show, I'm going to stop right here, little segue, if you will. But the rest of the show, I got 3 more mags to show, and it's going to be a little bit of a Japanese wrestling theme. I'm going to bring on my buddy Mike Leotis here in a second, who is a guru when it comes to Japanese wrestling. We're going to talk to him a little bit as we go through. But here is you talk about a hot mag. You know what? They all might be hot mags at this point. Look at this one, guys. Unbelievable mag. AWA World Tag Champs, the Road Warriors in Japan. Road Warrior Animal signed this, and this is a recent one for me. I saw Animal down in Orlando at WrestleCon back in March, April, during that time frame. Hawk in the background. But this is one with the AWA World Tag titles when they went to Japan. And so I've got a few more here. Let's see. Now this one is fantastic. Ric Flair, NWA World title, signed. A great man. Just going to let that one, I like to let him a little bit marinate. And so I'm going to call my buddy right now. I'm going to call old Mike, get him on the horn. And we'll talk a little Japanese wrestling.
Hello?
Mike.
Hey, Scottie.
What's happening, buddy? You are on live at Wrestler Weekly Presents. Are you ready to talk a little Japanese wrestling?
I am fired up for Japanese wrestling.
All right, let me give you some background here because I had 2 magazines. I got one left, but I had 2 magazines, and one had, I'm going to show this for my audience here, Road Warriors Animal and Hawk, AWA tag titles on their waist and signed by Animal. Tell us a little bit, just briefly, Road Warriors in Japan, 1985.
Well, the Road Warriors had been such a hit here in the States that, them going to Japan was inevitable. And to me, all Japan was kind of a hotbed at that point. And New Japan had some good stuff too, but I mean, to me, the gold standard at that point in time was All Japan Pro Wrestling. And they went and tore the house down, doing what they did best, carnage and chaos and, just obliterating opponents. And the Japanese folks ate it up. They were basically booked as invincible as they were here in the States. I mean, you had, I don't think there's been a team since, and there's been a lot of great teams, right, but a team that has been as hot as the Road Warriors were at that time.
Yeah, it's funny because, Japanese fans love when the guys get out of the ring. When it was Hansen and Brody and they got out of the ring and everyone just, it was just like a wave of emotion that would go through. Because, Japanese fans are very, very smart, very intelligent when it comes to the business. And so when those guys hit the floor and chairs started flying, so the Road Warriors just kept that going. So, hey, if that's what they want, guess what? That's what they're going to get.
Well, and they want to be right in the middle of the action. And it's so funny, if you watch a Japanese match, it's very quiet during a lot of the action. And it's really treated as sport. And so this was huge. So you had these guys like the Road Warriors, like Brody, like Hansen, who are coming to the ring and swinging chains and knocking fans out of the way, and the people just ate it up.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, how many times you see one of those guys on the way to the ring and a fan just, gives them a shot and they just turn around and
No doubt.
But they love it. They loved it. It was a wild scene. Definitely stuff you couldn't do today.
No doubt.
Especially here in the States. I mean, it was wild. I mean, these fans were just getting wrecked on the way to the ring, and the wrestlers had to do that just to get to the ring. So it was always a fun sight to watch, those entrances.
All right, we're going to switch over here. I just showed a Flair, Ric Flair with the NWA title on the cover, and so I got one more MAGS. I'm going to show that MAG, and I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, Mike. Fill us in, help the audience and I'm going to show this is from November of '85. This is the last MAG, November of '85, PWI with Flair signed on the cover in Japan with the trophies, the 10 pounds of gold. So, Mike, before you get rolling, give us the interesting, I'm a baseball card collector as well. Between that and comics, there's not a whole lot I don't collect, but back in the day, you'd get that baseball card that kind of had the wrong team. It had the right guy, but the wrong team. And so this is November of '85, but this picture is not 1985, is it, Mike?
No, it is from May 24th, '84. It is the night Flair had recaptured the championship from Kerry Von Erich, which most people have seen the Parade of Champions match where Kerry wins, but I find not a lot of folks have stumbled upon where Kerry drops the belt back to Flair.
Right.
And so the one thing that stands out is you can see Flair's there with the belt and the trophies and the streamers and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But Flair, you can see the boots and the knee pads are his classic blue attire, but Flair happens to be wearing red trunks here, which always kind of stood out to me because it was something different that he didn't normally wear. And I know not everybody's particular about the aesthetics of things like that, but things like that always stood out to me. So I just found that interesting, and that's how you're really able to identify where this picture is from, because I don't think he ever wore that combination again. So it's interesting and rare on a lot of fronts there.
Yeah, and it would lend you to believe that this match is the match that he took on Ricky Choshu in 1985, but totally different tights, different color tights.
Yeah. And so he had just really, like I said, I mean, the championship matches in Japan there, were spectacles. Absolute spectacles. And it's funny, like, you rely on little facts like that to determine the pictures of which one is which, because it was a huge thing, the NWA title getting defended in Japan.
So 1985, Ric Flair, NWA title defenses. What do you know?
Flair made 2 tours of Japan that year. One in the springtime, I want to say April or May, and then his second one was in October. So he did about a 2-week stay each time, but only had about 4 title defenses. And you can really see that these matches were special, that this wasn't just run-of-the-mill every day. So they had 4 NWA World title matches that entire year in Japan, and Flair was involved in all of them. So we're, specifically going to highlight his first defense, which is against Ricky Choshu, which is an excellent match, but he also wrestled on that particular tour with the Choshu match. He wrestled Jumbo Tsuruta, and then later on, it's escaping me now who he wrestled in October. I know he wrestled Rick Martel in a title versus title match, which is also an excellent match, and I forget who the 4th defense is against. But yeah, Flair made a splash in his title defenses in 1985 in Japan.
All right, and we're going to do the Martel Flair actually on the bonus episode. So if you are VIP, you're going to get that episode, and we're going to wrap up. I'm getting a wrap up from the producer, about 15 seconds. I'm just going to say thank you again for making us get to the 1-year anniversary, and we'll look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a great day.